Good morning, everyone. I have a quick video for you today. This is a cool idea, actually. One of my subscribers actually suggested, I think on one of the videos I did recently, which I think might have been fragrances I can't live without or something like that. And he suggested that I do a video on fragrances that no matter how much I smell them, I can never like them. I think it was something like that anyway. So I do have some and it's probably going to be a little bit controversial, but when am I ever not a little bit controversial? Come on, it's fun. So I have a few, I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish fragrances to talk about today. These are all fragrances that I don't own, so I will try and find pictures of the bottles and put them up on the screen for you. So these aren't fragrances that I just simply didn't like or that I was iffy on. These are fragrances that pretty much give me some kind of violent reaction when I smell them. I violently dislike them. I wouldn't say violently. I just very strongly dislike them, and I do go back. I have samples of most of these and I do go back to them regularly, and no, still just cannot do it. And I did think about calling this video Scrubbers, but at the same time, that term has sort of bad connotations in Australia. You know, Australians love to create slang out of everything, and seemingly innocent words then become not so innocent words, and I just don't feel I can use it. So what I am going to call this is Unpopular Opinions, because truth be told, there are some fragrances in this list that I know are widely loved and very popular, and yet I still don't like them. And this is just a little bit of fun, so don't take offense if one of your favorites is in this list or anything like that. I'm not saying that these are bad perfumes, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't try them if you like the sound of them, if the notes appeal to you. But for me, they just do not work at all whatsoever. And no matter how many times I try to go back to them. So just that little disclaimer, don't write these off just because I don't like them. The first one on the list, this is Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Homme. This to me smells like a first aid box. You know, when you first open that first aid box and all of the stuff that's been sitting in there, like Band-Aids and antiseptic creams and things like that, have been sitting there for months, and then you open it up and you smell it and it just wafts up at you. That's what this smells like to me. And I have tried it on skin to no avail. I tried it on matte skin. That didn't help either. So yeah, unfortunately for me, Gucci Guilty Absolute Pour Homme is not for me. But, you know, there was no reason for me to suspect that I wasn't going to like this based on the notes. The notes on this are leather, cypress, patchouli, woody notes, and vetiver. I like all of those things, maybe not so much the leather, but I do like leather in fragrances. I do have several leather fragrances, but yeah, I can't get my head around this one. And I just cannot see how anyone can wear it and think that it smells good. Not for me. The next one is also a very popular fragrance. I have never liked it. I keep trying to like it and I just cannot. I can't. Every time I put it on or spray it or smell it, I want to gag. There's something in it that just makes me want to gag. It is Santal 33. There's no point. This thing is so tiny that I can't show it to you, but I will put a picture up on the screen. This is obviously by Le Labo, and I know that a lot of people just love it, but I just don't. I like the greenness of it, but there's something in this that just makes me want to gag, and it really gets me in my throat. And it's not even one of those things where it's like, oh, it's sort of acidic or acrid or anything like that. It's none of those things, but there is something about it that just doesn't agree with me at all. But strangely enough, my partner Matt can wear this, and when he wears it, I know that he's wearing Santal 33, but at the same time, it doesn't smell that offensive to me when it's on him. But if I just spray it in the air, or I spray it on me, or I put it on a blotter card, no, I cannot do it at all. To be honest, I don't think there's any Le Labo fragrances other than Rose 31 that I could even say that I like enough to even wear or buy, even if I was given free samples of them. So yeah, I know this is going to be really unpopular because it's a signature scent of many, many people. I know it was wildly popular and still is, but I just don't like it. Can't do it. The next one is Lancome's La Nuit Trésor, EDP. Yeah. Ugh. I just... This has got to be one of the most headache-inducing fragrances I have ever come across. It's very strong, it's very sweet, but it's got this sort of burnt baked good vibe going on in there as well. So it is gourmandy, but no, I can't. No, it smells like a baked good that's been made with or topped with really, really overripe, almost rotting fruit and a heap of sugar. And that's what it smells like to me. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people really love this one too, but I can't do it. La Nuit Trésor is a definite no for me. Next unpopular opinion. Oh, okay, I'm going to do it. Is Baktar Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I have tried so hard to like this fragrance. I don't know why. If I don't like something, I don't know why I try and like it, but I really wanted to like it because, you know, when something is hyped up so much or so many people like it and you don't like it and you feel like you are definitely in a very, very, very small minority, and it's just, you kind of want to, you don't know if it's just your nose that's broken or something. You feel like there's something wrong with you, and I feel like there's something wrong with me when it comes to this fragrance. I have this massive decant. I just don't like it. And it's not even the fact that it has that pencil shaving. I do get that pencil shaving vibe, but I kind of like the pencil shaving vibe. So it's funny because a lot of people don't like this because of that. That's the only redeeming quality about this fragrance as far as I'm concerned. I just don't, I guess I just don't want to smell like sugar. And to me, I know people get a lot from this fragrance, and, you know, some people get, you know, all sorts of different things other than just the sugar, but I get sugar and pencil shavings and that's it. And it's just very unpleasant. It's very sharp and very sweet, and it gets into everything. And you don't even need to spray that much, and it's just everywhere. And I mean, also this comes down to personal preference about your fragrances too. If you want everyone to smell you, then maybe something like this is what you would want. But for me, I don't know, I feel like I wear fragrances for me, for a start. And yeah, of course I want other people to think that I smell good. I prefer to wear things, I guess, that sort of sit a bit closer to me. And if people come into my space and they smell me and they think I smell good, then that's great. But I don't really want to be projecting myself onto other people against their will. The next one is also going to be an unpopular one, and that is, I don't have a sample of it actually. I did have a decant of it and I gave it away to somebody who I know actually really likes it. And that is Urbapura by Xerjoff. I really wanted to like this one because of the fruity notes in it, and I also really wanted to love it because I really, really, really like the bottle. But it's just so, again, it's very obnoxious, it's very loud, it projects everywhere, and whatever it is that's making it project so far is also quite sharp and almost sour on my skin. And I'm also put off by the fact that by the opinion of my partner when he smelled this one on me. So I might put a little clip in here of what he said about that one. And he's going, "What's that smell?" And I went, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "It smells like a hippie's house with cat piss all over it or something." Urbapura is a no for me, unfortunately. So the next one is also likely to be quite unpopular, but I really like the flanker to this fragrance. So that is my caveat. I don't like the original release, but I really love the flanker. And that is Gabrielle by Chanel. There's nothing about this fragrance that appeals to me. I don't want to put it on my skin. It's just so sour. And I think it's the grapefruit in the top that I know Chanel fragrances do tend to have a lot of grapefruit in them. And the grapefruit in here though is just extremely sour. And it makes me think of, when I smell it, it makes me think of, you know, those cartoons when, you know, they suck on a lemon and their lips all crinkle up. That's what I feel like when I smell this out of the bottle. And in some ways, I would think, I'm surprised that I don't like it, because I would think that something like that might smell pleasant because it would be refreshing. But I don't find this refreshing. I just find it really sour and very unpleasant. It's an unpleasant sourness to me. And so I don't really want to put it on my skin. I have put it on my skin today and I'm really just not liking it at all. It smells like when you have been wearing perfume on a really hot day and you've sweated a bit, and it's sort of that unpleasant sourness. That's what I get from this perfume. But I really do love the flanker Gabrielle essence, so much so that I actually did buy a full bottle of it. So it's night and day, chalk and cheese between these two fragrances. So that is Gabrielle by Chanel. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel like the perfume gods are going to smote me now for dissing Chanel. The last one, I don't have a sample of it here. I never even bothered to get a sample of it, but I have smelled it several times. And there's a story that goes along with this fragrance, actually. The fragrance that I'm speaking of is Oud Ispahan by Maison Christian Dior, which I know that lots of people love. In fact, my friend Emma loves it so much. I think it's her favorite scent. And it was her signature scent for a while, I think. So the story is, I smelled it on Emma when I was in Sydney last year, I think about this time last year. And I thought she smelled really good. And I thought that I would go in to the Dior boutique and get to know it a little bit better. So I waltzed in there, head held high, full of confidence, spritzed it directly on my skin, didn't even bother with the blotting paper because I knew what this smelled like and I knew that it smelled good. No, it did not smell good. About 2 hours after that, I met up with my partner Matt and we jumped on a bus to go to a friend's place. And while we were on the bus, he's looking around him, sort of nose all screwed up, you know, troubled look on his face. And I said to him, "What's the problem?" And he goes, "I think I've stepped in something." So we check his shoes and of course they're squeaky clean. And then I lift my hand up to his nose. And that was the smell that he thought was poop that he had stepped in somewhere along the line. So yeah, I was regretting spraying that one onto my skin that day. Just does not work on me. But again, it smelled lovely on Emma and I thought it smelled good on Emma too, but it just does not work on me. So that's my little story about Oud Ispahan. I will never, ever, ever be able to wear that fragrance. So I'm curious to know what fragrances you have tried that you just did not get along with and that you keep wanting to try for one reason or another to see if your nose comes around, let me know in the comments because I'm curious. There's more, there's always more, and there will always be more, and I have no doubt there will always be fragrances that I try that I just cannot get my head around, but these are the ones that are quite popular and I just don't understand how people can wear them. Sorry, I'm so sorry. In any case, that's just my opinion. I hope you thought this was fun. I had fun making it, to be honest. I quite enjoyed it. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was